Welcome back to History Twists. I'm Dr. Weaver. With me, as always, Dr. Deneen and the provocative, energetic Chandler Foster.
Hello, all. We've got a otherworldly topic for you tonight.
Hey everyone. What if a comet wasn't just a comet? What if it was a cosmic warning sent by beings beyond our stars?
Wonder if I need to get my tin hat out.
Probably so.
The what if is our subject today. What is that what if? You know, the 3iAtlas, the interstellar comet that was discovered in July of 25. We'll tell the story of how, in our version, it became a messenger for an alien ultimatum to Earth's leaders, witnessed by all humanity.
Before we go off into the outer limits, let's start with what is fact. 3iAtlas was first observed July 1st, Canadian Independence Day, 2025, by the Atlas Survey in Chile.
Do you know what Atlas was? Who knows?
The, I know it was the Titan holding up the universe.
Indeed, that's what I'm talking about. And here's the other interesting thing. When they tracked the probable course from whence comest, guess where they went to, Dr. Deneen? They went to Sagittarius. That's like in the center of our universe. A long, long, like many light years away. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I just wanted to say that.
That that's a valuable addition to our discussion here. Atlas is an interstellar comet on a hyperbolic trajectory. Astronomers have been tracking its light curve, composition, and anomalous behavior. One fascinating result JWST found is that the comet is dominated by carbon dioxide with water and other volatiles present. Its CO2 H2O ratio is unusually high, outside common comet norms.
What does that mean? Well, it means that carbon dioxide is high and hydrogen and oxygen are are high. Both of those are very high.
Oh,
Yeah. So guess what? Oxygen, oxygen and water on a body? What does that mean? That sounds very Earth-like, doesn't it?
It
it
does.
does.
Yeah. Oh, and go ahead, Dr. Deneen.
Oh, and also the polarimetric studies show an extreme negative polarization signature that's very rare among comets. These anomalies have led some researchers, more speculative ones, to wonder, could this object have an artificial component?
Oh man. So in other words, the stage is set, huh? The stage is set. The real comet is mysterious enough to let our fictional twists build a credible scaffold.
So what you're saying, Chandler, is you think that these strange facts kind of are leading to some possible, and yes, look, we recognize we're talking speculative here, but really that it has some foundation.
Absolutely.
And you know, I do agree with you, sir. I do. So in our story, as the comet approached perihelion in the late 2025 and became visible around the world, people stared upwards. But then they hear a different kind of signal, like so in mid-October 2025, observatories across the southern hemisphere pick up a faint rhythmic modulation embedded in the comet's radio signature.
At first, they think it's instrument interference, but when quantum labs detecting entangled photon pairs independently record synchronous perturbations at same rhythm, alarm bells begin to ring.
Imagine labs in Berlin, Tokyo, Cape Town, they all detect the same click pattern in their quantum entanglement experiments, synchronized to pulses from 3iAtlas.
So you're saying that there was some clicks, and you're saying, Chandler, that they were synchronized with quantum entanglement experiments in labs around the world.
Yes, through no correspondence between these labs, just all around the world, just click, 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 just like that.
So, if people want to learn more about this quantum thing, Dr. Deneen, where would you direct them?
To our recent podcast on many aspects of quantum theory.
Under things you don't know.
Yes, and in our sister or brother podcast, Things You Don't Know, 4275 on YouTube, and soon to be on several other platforms. But anyhow, gentlemen, go ahead.
Now, we'll call these pulses the world is hearing in binary, the base messaging format. The first decoded phrase is three simple but terrifying words: You are seen.
Uh-oh. These messages appeared publicly in scientific circles, but the real turn came when world leaders began receiving private quantum encrypted video transmissions. I say again, world leaders began receiving private quantum encrypted video transmissions, untraceable. They can't find out where they came from, but they're uninterruptible. They can't just say, I'm busy now, can't talk to you. Uh-uh. No, they can't stop them. And so one of the people that it transmits to is Donald Trump. And the message goes something like this: Donald J. Trump, you preside over a nation's heart, but greed corrupts. Lead with fairness, or we erase your generation's failures from memory. That is kind of a spooky message. This transmission was broadcast globally across news networks, social media, and major TV channels. So, radio, TV, the internet, all of it gets involved. Yet Trump himself, in an official response, declared, This is a fake, a hoax. I don't know who behind it, but we can figure it out, and maybe we'll have to take some Tylenol after all. He attempted to cut the broadcast feed, but failed. The signal simply overpowered all interruptions.
He looked stunned with no pretense on live video, one moment dismissing it, the next being forced to watch and listen.
Next, Kim Jong Un's address. The alien figure appeared to him mid broadcast to North Korea. Kim insisted, My people need paternalism. They need my stern hand to protect them. Evil? No. Firm love. He doubled down on control, claiming the rest of the world does not know true order.
You know, that really does sound like something he would say
Yes, it does.
You
because
might want to check out our Things You Don't Know two podcasts on Kim and on the writings of B.R. Myers, probably the greatest North Korean propaganda expert alive today.
Chandler, would you maybe be able to say something about who Kim Jong Un was? What kind of things did he say? Like he can fly?
He was known for telling things that you knew were far out there. Like for example, like you said that he could fly.
What else? Just quickly, Dr. Deneen, can you say?
He claimed he could raise the dead. He didn't have to use the toilet. He was a godlike being.
Yes, yes. Okay, let's switch our spotlight to Russia. In Russia, Putin responded, "You may speak. I will not be swayed. Russia always wins." He tried to project confidence, but observers noticed his color drained during the transmission. These confrontations were simultaneously shown to billions: satellite feeds, global networks, internet streaming, even public squares.
The shock of these overt confrontations with otherworldly beings triggered an immediate global reaction. Religious leaders of all kinds, heads of churches, mosques, temples, and synagogues, joined scientists and social activists. They organized mass broadcasts and sermons around this theme. The earth does not belong to tyrants. We must heed this cosmic warning.
Oh, in cities from Lagos to Buenos Aires to Mumbai, huge rallies erupted. People marched under banners, harmony with all beings, no more lies, planet over power. The movement called itself a Harmony Front, demanding that governments submit to transparent, just governance or bow out. Some generals tried to stage coups, others retreated. In many nations, politicians were forced from office. The momentum was global, cross ideological, supplanting old divisions.
Boy, that kind of sounds good to me. You know? Um,
In a way, it does.
yeah.
Yeah.
So on the third day after the confrontation, a phenomenon occurred. All known long-range weapon systems, missiles, nuclear warheads, high energy beams, other secret weapons that we didn't even know, the public doesn't know about, were disabled.
It wasn't an electromagnetic pulse, as some have feared in our time. The alien signal intervened at a quantum control level. Warheads refused to launch, missiles veered off course, and launch silos went inert.
In a dramatic worldwide broadcast, the alien messenger spoke. Your bloodless test has begun. One final demonstration. The great plastic island in the Pacific. A mass of synthetic waste larger than many nations will be vaporized in 1 minute unless full compliance is shown. Then the message counted down. People watched. Satellites centered on the plastic mass, a floating continent of trash pollution.
The end of the countdown. Boom! Vaporizing flash. In moments, the great plastic island was gone, pulled apart atom by atom. Gone. No debris, no trace. Only a swirling, shimmering halo remained. Television, internet, and every live feed carried it. Humanity was confronted with power it could neither resist nor ignore.
After that, the atmosphere shifted. The alien messenger ceased daily transmission. It withdrew to silence, but its message remained. Behave, cooperate, evolve like an otherworldly parent.
In the days that followed, nuclear arsenals, now inert, were permanently dismantled under oversight by global scientific coalitions. Militaries restructured into humanitarian forces. Corrupt leaders were replaced. Parliament after parliament adopted new transparent ethics codes. Religious, social, and scientific institutions partner to leave humanity in an era of planetary stewardship, not domination.
So, yeah, they decided that it would be better to help bring peace and livable conditions for all those people rather than be the big guy in control.
Yeah.
Interesting. Some skeptics insisted it was a massive hoax or an AI experiment or false news, but no earthly power could replicate that vaporization event, nor could they restore disabled weapons. The Harmony Front became a governing council with veto ability over any national policy that threatened planetary health. And though 3iAtlas receded into the depths of space, its influence lingered, a silent guardian or an eternal judge watching us evolve or fall. You know, we may never know whether 3iAtlas was a natural comet or an engineered sentinel, but in this story, it forced Earth's greatest powers to stand naked before the cosmos.
In thinking about this, we asked, what if aliens judged us, meaning all of humankind? And then we answered, they might, and they already have.
When the ultimate power isn't violence or identity, but ethics, maybe that is the twist.
You know, Chandler, you're right, I think. And I think the purpose for this was, yeah, to have a little fun with looking at possibilities and whatnot. But gee, if we push ourselves in those kinds of directions, maybe, maybe it can get us entangled in a positive framework rather than this urge to control and have everything our way. Because I have said many times, and I think you've said this too, Chandler, if you think you know everything, you think you're always right, you're always wrong.
That's quite correct.
Absolutely. And you never, and like I've always said, you never quit learning. If you do, you might as well quit living.
Right on.
Yeah, I agree. And Dr. Deneen is a great example of this, as you are too, Chandler. And I'm trying in my own humble way to do that also. But learn, open your eyes, see things, see possibilities, err on the positive side. You don't
Yes,
have to control everything. You really don't.
Just go with the flow.
No, not when it's wrong flow. You know, uh, make the flow positive.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about making happy talk for happy talk's sake. We know some people that do that, right, Dr. Mean?
indeed we do.
And their walls come tumbling down eventually because that message becomes stale. Positive thought without positive action, nothing.
It's hot air.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's lofty goals.
yeah, yeah. Well, listen, thanks a bunch for tuning in today. I'm going to say goodbye for now.
So long, everybody.
Ta ta for now.